When the 12 apostles returned to Jesus after being sent on a limited commission, he tried to get away with them to rest for a while. But, as often was the case, people saw and followed them. After feeling compassion for the people and teaching them, Jesus took 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish and fed them all, with 12 full baskets left. Actually, we read in Matthew's account that there were about 5,000 men who ate, besides women and children. And one chapter later in Matthew, in chapter 15, we read where Jesus fed 4,000 men with 7 loaves of bread and a few small fish, with 7 baskets left over. Well, it's no wonder we see the people's conclusion in the Gospel of John, chapter 6, when they rightly responded, "This is truly the prophet who has come into the world." But you see, Jesus didn't come to satisfy, or come into the world to satisfy physical hunger. He came to satisfy the need of the soul, to provide the food which endures to eternal life, as he said in John 6, verse 27. And as Jesus went on to teach them further in John 6, he said that he is the true bread out of heaven, the bread of life. Unlike the manna their fathers ate and died, he said, "This is the bread which comes down out of heaven, so that one may eat of it and not die. Living bread. He who eats this bread will live forever." Well, unfortunately, many of those who were following him weren't interested in spiritual bread. They just wanted the physical bread that he had. They were too focused on the things of this world. And as a result, we read in John 6, in verse 60 through 66, that many of them quit following him and turned away. So when Jesus asked his disciples if they would also go away, we read Peter's response in John 6, verses 67 through 69. "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life." We can be like the crowd if we're not careful and get caught up in the physical things of this world, especially at a time like this, when there's so much focus on the physical things going on around us. But if we're not careful, these physical things will take all of our focus and energy. We must heed Jesus' warning in John 6:27. "Do not work for the food which perishes, but for the food which endures to eternal life, which the Son of Man will give to you." Maybe many people facing shortages on their physical food right now, but we need to trust in God enough and mainly focus on the spiritual word that he offers to know that he'll provide what we need and see us through. Because we need to always remember, Jesus offers us something greater than anything this world can offer, eternal life. And it's available to all who will feed on his word and feast on him as the bread of life. There's no shortage going to happen of that bread. No shortage will ever take that away from us if we keep our focus on him. So don't be like the ones who went away. Don't be so caught up on the physical things that you turn your attention away from spiritual. Realize the need for his bread and draw closer to him each and every day for it. Now, I look forward to the time when we will be able to break his bread together again during the week, instead of having to do this, what we're doing now on Wednesday. But until that time comes, keep studying it on your own. Hope to see you Sunday.